Hi, my name is Amanda Fields, your proud RCAW Executive Director, here today with Brett Symes with ToolBelt, who will be speaking about digital labor procurement. Brett, please take it away.
Hey, hello everyone. Thanks so much for joining us today. My name is Brett Symes, as Amanda mentioned. I'm the Vice President of Enterprise Sales here at ToolBelt. And what I was hoping to do to achieve today is to walk everyone through just a quick overview of the business. And with that, I'll give you guys really a nice summary of how ToolBelt works. And then I will share at the very end any thoughts, questions, feedback that you guys will have an opportunity for Q&A at the end. But I'll help summarize everything and again, leave that open to the floor if anybody does have questions for me. So with that all said, I'm going to go ahead and I'll kick things off here. Hopefully everybody can see my header slide here. But again, everyone, thank you from the Roofing Contractors Association for participating in today's call. So ToolBelt, really our mission at the business is really to connect the construction industry. We are a labor procurement tool, a digital labor procurement tool. And please note that, we're not a job board or a LinkedIn, we're different, but we're really truly how the industry connects. So with that, I'm going to jump into my next slide and really thinking about one of the main problems in this industry is sourcing skilled labor. And there's really two primary components of construction, if you think about that. It's sourcing material and it's sourcing the labor for each project. And so sourcing the material has really, really improved over the last year. If you think back a couple of years ago, there were some challenges with the supply chain for materials, but now that's really, for the most part, caught up. And so whether you're working with a distributor, a manufacturer, a supplier, or you're going to a retail store, you can find those materials. If you're going to like a Lowe's, for an example, doesn't matter if you're in Portland, Maine, or you're in Portland, Oregon, you're going to be able to find materials. Labor, on the other hand, is very much constrained by who you know. And I think most can agree with me. In this industry, it's very much a word of mouth industry. And so, it's you have friends and family and you have your direct network, but it can be very challenging to find new labor. Maybe you're moving or growing your business into a new area and you don't know anyone, right? That's a challenge. And so that's where ToolBelt can really help. And we can help you in your current areas as well, depending on where you're at. I think you guys, from my understanding, are all throughout the state of Washington. We can help there, but we're also a national company as well. So really our business, think of us as a marketplace. ToolBelt is a marketplace where the construction industry connects. And there's really two sides of that marketplace, right? Like any marketplace, you have, the one side for us would be like you're seeing with the orange helmet here is GCs. You have GCs, you have home builders, you have remodelers, contractors, and those folks on our platform are really the companies that are raising their hand saying, I need more labor. Right now I have a challenge. I need more folks that are willing to conduct the work. Okay. On the other side of the house, again, on the two-sided marketplace, is the laborers. So it's the subcontractors, it's the tradespeople that fulfill all those jobs. And so that makes up our entire marketplace on ToolBelt. And in the tens of thousands of folks use ToolBelt throughout the country. So we help aggregate the local construction community on both sides. So here's really what you can expect from ToolBelt and kind of why ToolBelt, if you will. You have project posters. These are the companies that are looking for labor, and 85% connect with the labor they're looking for within 7 days. More importantly, 40%, that number is growing and improving. I think it's about 42% the last time I checked, are connecting actually with labor within the same day as posting for more labor. And so what you can do with ToolBelt, many different things, but one of those being expanding your trade offerings. So maybe today you offer certain lines of roofing, but maybe you don't cover metal roofing as an example. Well, now you have an opportunity to do so because we can help you find the labor for metal roofing again, or any of the other offerings out there. You can now start to match sales demand with production because of your involvement with ToolBelt. And we have companies that work with our business that have shared that they're increasing their revenue by as much as 20% each and every year. Applicants, they are very active with us. Now, their active use ranges and moves around because when they find the work, the jobs that they're needing, they're going to probably pause their need to be on ToolBelt, or at least temporarily, until they need to come back after that, finish that next job, and they have to fill up their calendar, their schedule with more work in the future. And by doing this, they're keeping themselves much more busy, right? And they're finding that they're getting 1 to 2 more projects done each and every month. They're expanding their construction network. And what I mean by that is that word of mouth piece I mentioned before, right? They have their connections already, but by getting on ToolBelt, now they're starting to meet a variety of new folks that are constantly looking for more labor for many different projects in their geographical area. So this is a great way to leverage that and to meet more businesses. And then ToolBelt really becomes their go-to resource for more work. And one thing that I was mentioned here that is very interesting, Indeed.com, you may see at the top of the slide here, Indeed.com even invested in our business. This is based on their own metrics, but they were finding that we were connecting the trades 15 times faster than they were. So we have a very effective tool for the construction industry. And then we have many different national clients. What you're seeing here on the left-hand side are some of our manufacturer and supplier partners. So we have great relationships there. So to name a couple, Sherwin-Williams, right, and Beacon, they work with us very closely, and they've worked on ways where even like Sherwin-Williams has signage in some of their stores where you would see actually signage that has ToolBelt branding, and it says looking for more work, looking for more labor. And there's actually opportunities for businesses to actually scan a QR code, and they can actually learn more information that way, and they can work with our business if they want to proceed and get involved. We work with many different contractors, as I mentioned before. I gave some examples like some of the home builders that we work with, like D.R. Horton, but we work with large contractors as well. And so you have companies like, CertaPro Painters and All Side Window Systems. So there's many different businesses that we work with in that regard. And then, as I start to work with companies on an individual basis, what I'm sharing here is just some of the examples of questions I like to tackle, because this really helps me dive into your business needs. So if you're interested in working with ToolBelt, well, let's make sure that we're setting you up for success. So these are some of the examples of questions that I like to review with each business to kind of do some fact gathering, but to make sure that if you were to look into ToolBelt and you want to find more labor, well, let's make sure that we're setting you up, like I said, for success, but also for the right system, the right partnership with our business. And here at ToolBelt, we like to say we like to complement and not complicate your process. So we're very much complementing in by a variety of different ways. So applicants, let's start there. So ToolBelt has applicants. We have a very large network, as I mentioned before, in the tens of thousands, and they are a great audience for you to tap into. And when I say audience, what I mean by that is we have subcontractors. We have also W-2 laborers as well. So if you're looking for that full-time labor, we have that ability for you to connect that way. And maybe you're just looking for a temporary or maybe a very frequent subcontractor crew to help your business. We have those tools for you to leverage again on our system. And then posting on ToolBelt, well, we have a matching algorithm. Think of it as a way to really provide relevant applicants to your team. So again, by certain criteria, we'll be able to help connect your business with the right laborers. And then in terms of maintaining quality control and that high standard process that you already have, that vetting process that you currently conduct, We will give you that ability as well. You already have your processes in place, but we have the ability to give you, for example, contractors that are required on ToolBelt to have a license. So if you're looking for actual contractors, there's a license requirement, and we'll be able to serve those type of applicants up to your business. In terms of the job site start, what we really can help you here is really eliminating or shortening that backlog that maybe your business is currently experiencing. We're now in peak season, right? And maybe you already have a great group of folks that you work with on a regular basis in terms of labor, but those things can quickly change, especially if your sales are really growing. And so we're going to help you with that backlog to help remove that headache. Help also with the rush deadlines. And there's no reason really to settle for substandard labor. Maybe you again have a couple of great crews, but maybe there's a crew that has given you a notice that they won't be available later in the summer. Or maybe you want to kind of check and see who else is out there that maybe you could add to your team. So we can help you with that. And then the win for us and the win for you is that we can help you secure long-term labor. This is just a quick testimonial. I'll just give you guys a very short summary here. This is a company out of the Pacific Northwest called High Performance Homes. When we first started speaking with their company, they were experiencing a long backlog. When I say long, it was about, if I remember correctly, the number about 12 weeks. Since their involvement with ToolBelt, we've been able to shorten that down to about roughly 2 weeks now of a backlog versus 12. So we're talking a couple of weeks versus 3 months. So it can be very impactful by getting involved with ToolBelt. So this is a great success story I like to share. And ToolBelt really provides a year-round labor solution. Why? Because labor is a year-round challenge, right? There's seasonality. You got to keep in mind. People get sick. Sometimes folks, they quit. And we all know in this industry, not everybody provides a 2-week notice. Very often they don't give you any notice at all. So we're able to give you a tool with our business model that helps you be proactive and not reactive when these kinds of challenges come up, right? Giving you the ability to be in front of the issues that could occur or are occurring already in its current state for your company. And this is just a nice little summary of kind of how it works. So maybe you're thinking right now, how could I get involved with ToolBelt? What are those next steps I need to take? What are the costs involved? So what you would do is you would work with myself. We would tackle some of those questions that I mentioned earlier in the presentation. And then once I better understand where your business is located in the state of Washington, so kind of what zip codes, if you will, what counties, that really helps me and my team. And then understanding what trades, right? We all know roofing. Well, what specialties in roofing? Maybe there's some additional trades that maybe you offer. Maybe it's roofing and siding, or maybe windows and doors, or all of the above. Understanding those trades and those markets, we can then put together pricing. And then I can actually use an analyzation tool that we've built here at our business. And what it will do is it will provide pricing, and I can do this for each of you live and show you how it works. It will provide me pricing, and it will give me the average cost. If you wanted to kind of just try out the service, but not maybe have a high investment, you can see what that cost looks like. Or maybe you have a really, really large need right now. You have an appetite for as much labor as possible because you're running into a large backlog. I can show you what the cost would be if you want to have as much presence as possible on the ToolBelt platform to get you as much labor as you need. So there's a few different ways that you can utilize the service. And again, it's totally based around how much need you have as a company for again, labor. And just give you kind of a summary here in overview. We give you access to a labor database to review applicants, and you actually will have an ability to use our desktop experience, but we also have a mobile app as well. And so that is included with our service. Onboarding, an absolute must. I want to make sure that everybody understands that training is very much included, including additional onboarding in the future. You may have a project manager, right? A recruitment team that you work with, and new folks join your business, right? In terms of staffing, we'll be able to onboard those folks as needed, and you can work with us on an on request basis. And then we are a 24/7 labor solution. So we want to make sure that we're helping you as much as you need. And then really this last slide that I have to share with everyone today is a nice benefit summary. So ToolBelt will help you deepen your bench. And when I say bench, what I mean by that is giving you access to the folks that maybe you don't need necessarily today, like, you know, today in the next hour or tomorrow morning, but maybe you need later this week or in the coming weeks or next month. And so giving you that ability to always have on-demand access. And so this helps with giving you the opportunity to attract, A+ talent. And then fast access to a massive network, both locally and really beyond. And so I wanted to share that. Maybe you're looking to grow into a new market in your state of Washington. Maybe you're looking to grow into maybe a nearby neighboring state. With that, we can help you quickly find new labor where maybe you have no contacts today in that additional city or county or state. And then we're going to be able to help you with finding, again, both subcontractors, or if it's not subs, maybe that's not how your business operates, we can help you find in-house W-2 labor as well. So depending on your need, we do have, in terms of our audience, we have both kinds of professionals. And then really giving you an opportunity to avoid those production delays. And then lastly, with our service, we can help you with procurement that's going to improve your margins. I have customers that share with me all the time that, hey, your labor solution is not only priced more aggressively, but I'm actually profiting better as a company by using ToolBelt. So putting more profit in your pocket. So I'm going to open up the presentation here to any questions, but I wanted to share my contact information as well. I apologize, I don't have a slide with my contact information, but my email is pretty short and sweet. It's my first name. It's Brett with 2 T's. It's BRETT at ToolBelt.work. And ToolBelt is just spelled TOOLBELT.work. As long as you don't, switch it to .com. Again, Brett at ToolBelt.work, you will get me. And feel free to send me any emails with questions. I'm happy to schedule a demo for your business. If that would be helpful, I can walk you through what our app experience is like and what our desktop experience is like. And I look forward to hearing from each and every one of you.
We do have a question, Brett.
Yes.
Do you vet your contractors, your volunteers, or how do you vet them?
Yes, so we have, no, that's a great question. So we have 2 types of professionals on our marketplace in terms of labor. So we have what we consider contractors. Those are the folks that we do require licensing. So the licensing required by that municipality, so the state requirement. And then on the other side, we also have what we call tradespeople. Tradespeople, they may not actually have a license, but often they're looking to join their next subcontractor crew. So think of them as often a very skilled labor, right? They have their craft down, but maybe they're in a little bit different stage of their business. So those folks still are on our network because our goal is to help all skilled laborers in the United States. But they're not required on the license. But on the contractor, they are required to each and every one of those companies to have a license to be in ToolBelt. So if your business only wants to connect with licensed professionals, we can absolutely do that. And then in terms of your own vetting, though, additional vetting that you want to do, we work with you when you're looking for labor to add any additional requirements that you have. Like, for example, if you only want labor that actually has workman's comp, for example, right? We can specify that in your job postings so that you're only attracting that type of talent that meets your qualifications.
And do you have any other questions that other employers ask you why they're recruiting from ToolBelt?
Yeah, of course. I think often the one that I hear is, what can I expect in terms of like the volume of applicants? Like what, and how often should I post projects? That's really another one. I will tell you guys kind of all great news. I didn't mention this at the beginning of the call, and I apologize, but we actually are headquartered in Vancouver, Washington. So we are a nationwide business. I did mention that before, but everything started in the state of Washington and the state of Oregon. And
Yay.
so from an applicant, so again, from an applicant side of things, the labor, we are extremely strong in the Pacific Northwest. But all the way to the other side of the country, like Florida is a huge market for us too. But
Well,
I
I
wanted
bet.
you guys to know, you're in a unique position in the country because we are very, very, very healthy in your area of the country where we have a lot of folks that are looking for more work. They're looking for their next job. And so if you have that opportunity for them, we could be a very, very great fit for your company. And then,
That is
yeah,
good.
go ahead.
I'm sorry,
Sorry.
that's amazing. Because a lot of companies are looking for workers. And so I really appreciate you at ToolBelt being out there as a resource for them. This is amazing. So thank you. Go ahead, keep going. Sorry, I'm just happy.
No, I appreciate that. Thank you, Amanda. So, and the other piece I mentioned that's a frequent question is if I have a need for more work, how often should I post projects? And
Mhm.
so, we strategize with your company. We work with, either yourself, if you're the one that's staffing that labor, we work with you directly, or if you have a team. Again, it's unique to each business that I work with. But what we do is based on your need, whether you need, one crew, or we have companies. I was talking to somebody just in the Pacific Northwest the other day. It told me we're looking for 12 crews. Can you even do that in the next 3 months? I said, hey, honestly, we could do that this month. We don't have to wait 3 months to achieve that. So
That,
again,
wow.
we definitely have that capability, and I'm confident we can help your companies with the workers that you're needing for your business.
Your company is amazing. That's great because I know a lot of people are losing their crews right now. And so coming to you would be a great benefit for them. So anyway, thank you so much for coming. Do you have any final thoughts or?
No really final thoughts. I just will leave everyone with this. We are launching an updated website. The beginning, I shouldn't make any promises, but it should be in the next couple of weeks. I want to say beginning of July. So we'll have an updated, enhanced website. But feel free to visit toolbelt.org if you'd like to learn more about the business. And also, probably what I'll do here, Amanda, is I'll just send you my contact information. So we want to find,
Yep,
or I could even add to this slide deck, maybe a slide with
yep,
my contact information and
that
our
would be great.
website. I'd like to do
Mhm.
that. And what I'd like to encourage each of you, if you'd like to learn more, again, feel free to contact me. But I think a demo of the product is really, really helpful. So we can, again, understand each other's businesses together more. And I think from there, what I've found out of experience is once everyone walks through the demo and we go through some of those, Q&A together, I
Right.
think you'll have a better understanding if ToolBelt is compelling for your business. And so I guess I welcome that opportunity for each of you, and let me know how I can be of assistance in the future.
Well, there are so many advantages of using ToolBelt. It's amazing. Thank you so much, Brett. I would just like to follow up with RCAW has our annual golf tournament coming up this Friday, June 23rd at the Auburn Golf Course. Come one, come all for a great day of networking, amazing food and fun, and the ability to win thousands of dollars in raffle prizes. We also have our Rainiers game coming up on July 14th. Please register online at www.rcaw.com or give us a call at 253-561-7229. Again, thank you so much, Brett. Your presentation was amazing, and we look forward to working with you in the future.
Thanks so much. It was a pleasure. Have a great day,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.